Hi guys, Sussex EDC here. As we head into the winter months, I got to thinking about whether we would need to change out our EDC gear to cover different seasons of the year. I'll share some of my ideas with you, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, so please join in below and share your thoughts in the comment section. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I'm grateful for all of your support. So in the summer months, when I wear shorts, I tend to pare back my EDC gear. For example, I'll carry lighter knives and slightly smaller, lighter torches as well. And I'll carry just less gear overall. Aesthetically, the colours I will choose may be slightly more vibrant. So like with this Fox Baby core, it's got this orange anodised backspacer there. But I'll just go for something just a bit more fun, just brighter colours, just to go with the casual clothes I'm wearing at that time of year. I'm also going to be less concerned about carbon steels, as hopefully the weather will be a bit drier. That's not always the case in the UK, but with fingers crossed, we have some nice warm weather, and you have to worry a little bit less about corrosion on those carbon steels. So as we head into winter, we normally carry more stout knives, with just tougher steels maybe, and tougher gear in general, as you may need to deal with hard frozen surfaces and also tackle difficult jobs, like if your car breaks down in icy conditions. They'll generally need to stand up to more wear and tear and to harder jobs, and even natural materials like wood in the winter months can be harder to cut. I'll also carry a slightly heavier, more loaded out EDC pouch. So something like this. This hasn't been loaded up for winter yet. But I'll carry more gear with me for various jobs, and maybe a slightly bigger torch. We've got the darker months, so it's nice to have a brighter and a bigger torch maybe. But one of the things I sort of think about is you can carry these larger tools and maybe slightly more gear because you've got longer trousers or an overcoat or a bag, to chuck this stuff into. And another little thing I sort of bear in mind is that I may take different variations of similar tools, just in case one breaks in harsher conditions. So, things like pry bars, they may bend or wear slightly more in these harder conditions. So, as hinted at above, at different times of year, I'll also consider different handle materials and steel compositions, which is why I've put this elementum out here. I may not carry, porous knife handles, like this. This has got ebony in the winter months, as there may be wet conditions, and even things like some bone I may avoid. And I'll also make sure that the handle is more grippy. So things like on some of the spider codes where they've got the FRN handle with the textured scales, I may go for something like that. The steel I choose will be more corrosion resistant, as we do tend to work in wetter, colder environments, and I just don't want to have to spend that extra time maintaining it. But if I did carry a carbon steel of some kind, I'll take more time to dry it out and to maintain it afterwards, and I will bear that in mind. I would apply oils and waxes. So I've got some wax here that I use on wooden scales, and just some simple oil. So this is like just a general knife oil, and I'll apply it to the pivots obviously, but also maybe to the blade itself. So if I did choose to carry carbon steels, I would just spend more time maintaining it. So I think it's not a big deal overall, actually, and maybe I'm overthinking it. But the change of seasons and what we may require is worth considering. The materials of the gear we carry and their general maintenance is worth bearing in mind. The preparation's always been the case with our homes and cars in the winter months, and I guess EDC gear should be no different, really. So I'm just curious, do you guys change your gear at different times of the year? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. And I just hope you enjoyed this really quick video. Really appreciate you watching and hope to see you back soon. So thanks for watching, guys.